For MSO News Sports, I'm Tim Kearns, and this is the Coach's File. And joining me today is Kris, the Gloucester High School boys varsity basketball coach. Kris, welcome back.
Hey Tim, thanks for having me.
New year, new season, some new personnel. What are we looking to see from the Gloucester Fishermen this year?
I think there's some big things happening. We got to get healthy. We're a little banged up to start. We have some football players that come over, and we have a couple starters out right now. One with a broken wrist, Mark Smith with a bad shoulder. A few other people are sick, so it's been a slow process off the start to get people healthy, learn the offense and defense, and get things ramped up. But when we bounce back, everybody's healthy, and we've had some time. We still have 2 weeks before the first game. I think we're gonna be able to do some things.
You know, why do injuries never occur to the 10th, 11th, and 12th players on a team?
It never happens, Tim. Ever, never ever happens.
You get into the tournament last year as one of the lowest seeds. You had to play a very good Arlington team who took you out of the tournament. Do you have the personnel to get back to the tournament and make a deeper run this year?
We do. We have our top two scorers back. We have Marcus Montanino. Ben led the team last year. Ben Oliver led the team in scoring. Mark Smith can put the ball in the hoop. And we have a few guys that got better. Matt Montanino got a lot better over the summer. He worked real hard on his game. And Kenny Turner. So we got Alex Favaz. A lot of people worked this summer, and I think we're going to be all right. We had a lot of kids playing in the summer league. And I'm expecting more than we had last year.
This is now year...
This is my third year.
Third year. Okay. What progress have you seen in the program since you've been here?
Well, I got some great assistant coaches too. I got Johnny Pratt and Adam Philpott that help out a lot, and they've been a big help. As far as the program, we do different things every year depending on what we have. We change our offense and defense to the players, so that changes a lot. But just the amount of kids that have been trying out this year was really large. It's one of the largest ones we've had, so that's a good sign for the program. We had 50-something kids try out, which for some schools that's not a lot, but for Gloucester that was a pretty solid number.
I was reading in the paper today. There was an editorial by one of the local citizens writing about the condition of the field house and the state of the basketball court and the baskets and the limited number of side courts that are available, not only to the girls and boys basketball teams, but to the other teams in the community that want to come in here and utilize the facility. And that can really handicap you when you're looking to develop younger talent throughout over the course of several years, so that when they get to high school they have a better knowledge of the game and more advanced skills.
You're absolutely right. Gym space is always a problem in Gloucester. We can't use the outside red courts of the wood. There's holes in it, and you can't see them because there's that thin coat of rubber. So that kind of takes out the youth program. It's tough to get gym space with everything else going on. I can't have my freshman team practice with us, so they go to a different site. So, it's harder to help them out. And go over and take a look at what they're doing when they're somewhere else. But you're absolutely right. It makes it more difficult. It'd be great to have those courts, even for tryouts. Just having to use the wood court with 50-something kids. If I had the whole field house, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, 100 years ago when I was in high school, we had 2 side courts and the main court, but it just gave you the ability to, again, and Gloucester has twice that many, unfortunately, again, with limited use. It really gives you as a head coach to sit upstairs and watch what's going on over the whole facility while your assistant coaches do the work.
Yeah, that's another good point, Tim. But we don't have it, so we do what we can with what we got, and that's just the way it is. And we're doing all right. We got all the hoops working now. The DPW did come in and get the hoops down. We're waiting on the bleachers on the far side, so they work. I don't like having the parents and fans behind me. I like him on the other side. The timeouts have to be for me only.
Having coached baseball and been on the sidelines, and I know what you're talking about there. There's always one that seems to have more experience than you do, who's willing to share their knowledge about what you should be doing,
Yep.
as opposed to what you are doing. You know, you mentioned Adam Philpott and Johnny Pratt. Those two guys' names are up on the up on the wall as being high scorers, guys who could really fill it up in the days that they played here, and that has been such a great asset for teaching ball handling skills and proper shooting, because you weren't too bad yourself around the basket.
Yeah, no, it is a big help with those guys, and they have the power to make adjustments in the game. If they see something, they don't even have to go through me. If there's a sub we need to do, they're right on it. And as far as practice goes, offensively, they are good with all that stuff. They help kids with their shooting form, dribbling, the offense in general. So they've been awesome. They're good. I hope they stay forever.
So who are your junior varsity and your freshman coaches?
Junior varsity is Brian Cahill, and he's been there for years. The time I've been here, plus when his father was coach. And the freshman coach is Harold Jenkins, and he's been there since I've been here. So. Okay.
Do you have tournaments coming up or the scrimmages?
We had a scrimmage the other day. We scrimmaged Melrose, who was a big, strong, physical team, and I think it was a really good scrimmage for us. Some of our younger players I took up to take with us because we were down a little bit with numbers, and it was good. It was a good scrimmage, and we have in Lynn we got
the Jamboree
coming up,
yep.
And that's Friday. So we're gonna head there. I think we're playing Peabody first, and this year we don't have the Christmas tournament, unfortunately. Some of the teams dropped out, and I couldn't find anybody on the fly. But we're still in the Beverly tournament at the end of the year that we were in last year, so we're looking forward to that at the end.
Who do you see as some of the top teams that you're going to have to change in the conference this year? And how is the conference set up? Because the MIA is always changing how these conferences, divisions, tiers are all set up.
Yeah, it's hard to tell off the start who's going to be the really tough teams. I mean, I know Lynn Classical will be tough. I know Beverly's going to be tough. Lynn English. I mean, Everett's tough every year. Marblehead is coached really well. They're going to be tough. I mean, we don't have an easy game. There's nobody I can point at and say, well, that's a walkover for us. It's not going to happen. We need to bring it every night, and that's just the way it is.
And the biggest thing, you don't have a lot of height on the team, so you're going to have to rely on quick penetration, help on the weak side, sharp shooters all around the field, all around the court, in order to make it a successful season. And you mentioned just before we started, rebounds might be tough to come by, and that's where toughness comes in. Smitty is as tough as they get. Marcus has made great strides over the last couple of years, and he's going to be a force. The only thing is he hurt his wrist, so that's going to be tender for a while. So he's going to have to, you have to monitor that.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine when he comes back. He's a tough kid too, and his brother is too. So it's going to be a team process, rebounding, and as defenses anyway. It's going to be it's something we're going to work on this week. The talking, the movements, where we got to be. But rebounding is a team effort, and like you said, we don't have the 6'6". We don't have a couple of those kids, so it's going to be a team effort. Everybody's going to crash the board, and that's the only way we're going to be able to get it done.
All right, Kris, we'll talk during the course of the season for updates. Want to wish you the best as the season begins.
Thanks, Timmy.